My name is Rick Durr, and I welcome you here. I'm glad you came. And I want to introduce you to Todd Rampy. He's the founder of eMini Wealth. And when I learned about what Todd has done and what he's doing now, I thought I really would want to take the time to introduce you to him. And a little bit about me, if you don't know, I invented the first Apple II joystick back in 1977 and the internal fan for the Apple II back in those days. I got involved with other Apple products, hard drive manufacturing, and CMS enhancements. Took my division from 30 million to 60 million in 18 months. Invented a few other things, 25 video games we shipped, Apple joysticks for the Macintosh series, the first external trackpad, just as Apple was doing their internal ones for laptops, we did external versions, and QPad for more video games. Got involved with some other investments, one being real estate. This is the top-down view of a gas station I purchased and then returned to those owners a few months later because they really weren't really ready to sell. I also put money in Forex market. Had a manager trading that for me, but I'll tell you, you really need to deal with your own money, and that's where Todd talks about stock investing, and he'll give you some great insights there. I was also a VP of operations for Mike Filsame in New York for internet marketing. Got to see a lot about how that works and how you can help a lot more people online than you can personally one-on-one. And then partnered with Robert Allen and Mark Victor Hansen to help them launch their book Cash in a Flash, and did a #1 bestseller on Amazon overnight, and then made the New York Times bestseller list as well. I've gone on to do business consulting with a lot of folks, and one of the things I learned from Robert was to have multiple streams. And a lot of folks, that have a good, solid job, like to do some trading and things, and other folks that are, looking to retire, may have some extra time, they want to do some trading. And Todd has some really good insights and can really tell you a lot about how all that works. So I'm going to let Todd take it away with his webinar, and hope you really enjoy that, and I think he's got some good insights to share with you.
Hello, Todd Rampy here, founder of eMini Wealth. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. You received this invitation because you either live in Las Vegas or an acquaintance from Las Vegas felt you'd love to see our brand new software that automatically tells you when and where to place your trade without looking at a single indicator. Have you ever wanted to trade the market but never knew where to start? Are you currently trading and not really getting anywhere like most investors? Either way, you are going to love what I'm about to show you. Our software is a plug-and-play program that allows anyone without any experience to start receiving buy and sell signals immediately and to know exactly what to do with them. If you can send an email, you can trade our software. I guarantee it. Let me show you. But first, the reason this email was sent to a very select, very small list of my neighbors is that we are just a few weeks from rolling out our software nationwide and need some real, honest feedback from actual users. And for that, I decided to offer the software at 50% off the retail price for your participation. This is a one-time offer, so please listen to what I'm about to say and be one of the very first to own the most revolutionary automated trading software programs ever offered to non-professional investors. I'll explain the details of this fantastic offer at the end of this video. Statistics show us that 10% of traders make all the money. Why so few? It's very simple. Most people will not follow instructions, which is precisely why we developed the Top 9 Trader software. We wanted to eliminate the reasons traders second-guessed themselves right into that 90% category. In a couple of minutes, I'll show you one of the easiest, most successful software programs for day trading the E-mini markets. If you're not familiar with the E-minis, don't worry, after today you will be. Most of our customers are beginning traders, and they do just fine right out of the gate. You see, up until now, learning to trade has been extremely difficult. time-consuming, and very expensive. Our software is a powerful new automated trading program that anyone can use regardless of experience. The Top 9 Trader algorithm calculates the trades for you automatically. So if you can send an email, you have what it takes to use our software. I'll show you how incredibly easy it really is to trade the markets when you have the right program calling the shots. You'll find yourself wondering where the fear and greed went. You'll quickly realize that you can do dozens of other things while the software is running on your computer. You can work at your desk, watch TV or a movie, cook in your kitchen, you can even lounge by the pool. You no longer have to be glued to your computer screen watching a bunch of unreliable indicators. The software alerts you when there's a trade with plenty of time to click your entry. By the way, the software is void of bells and whistles. It only plots the 3 key things every trader is after: the entry price, the profit target, and the stop. So I hope you're ready for a serious and sophisticated approach to what I feel is the best business in the world. Let me give you a little of my background so that you know where I'm coming from. My trading career started in 1998. I've been trading full-time for over 14 years and investing in real estate for the last 10 years in the US, with 4 of those years in Mexico. I moved back to the United States 2 years ago. When I first started, I was living in Boston, Massachusetts. At the time, I had just sold my business and was starting to live like a retired guy. I had some money to work with, so I started searching for an entrepreneurial enterprise. At this stage, my investment experience was limited to stocks and a grand total of 3 futures trades. Trading always intrigued me, and I decided it was what I really wanted to do, so I started researching. There was no real internet back then. As a matter of fact, it was the same year that Google started. So it was scouring the magazines and reading all the long copy sales letters I would get in the mail. An opportunity came up to attend an options seminar in Dallas. That was $3,500 plus traveling expenses. But I hopped on a plane for the weekend training. What a mistake. It was way over my head. But on the airport shuttle from the hotel, I met a guy who was also at the seminar. His brother happened to be a really good trader and suggested this options seminar would be a good place for him to start. We both agreed that this seminar was definitely not for beginners like us. So I asked if his brother would trade my money. He said probably not, but gave me his phone number anyway. I didn't call him until a year later. Why so long? Because I flew home and continued living like a retired guy always on vacation, flying all over the place. My then wife was a flight attendant, so traveling was easy, fun, first class, and free. When I finally called him and asked him to trade my money, he said no, which was my first clue that he probably knew what he was doing. After a 2.5-hour phone call, he agreed to trade for me. This was fantastic. I mean, when would a successful trader ever agree to trade your account? He laid down some ground rules. 1, he kept 15% of the profits. 2, I wasn't to call him all the time. We agreed that communicating once a month would be fine. And lastly, if he lost money, I wasn't to go whining to him. He said I needed to put $20,000 into my account and give him power of attorney. So I deposited $100,000 and told him to trade 5 times the amount because I wanted him to make me rich. 3 months went by and he didn't take a single trade. I finally called and said, since you aren't trading for me, why don't you just teach me? After another lengthy conversation, he agreed. A few days later, I flew out for my first lesson, something I did on a regular basis for about 4 months. He taught me to day trade the OEX options, and I traded them for about a year, until one day. While in a trade with 10 or 15 contracts, I was on the phone with a good friend of mine that happened to be in the same trade, when all of a sudden he yells, "Are you watching this?" Greenspan had dropped interest rates without warning, and the market shot up like a rocket. I remember sitting at my desk, phone in my ear, listening to my friend Bob while my P&L was spinning like the numbers on a gas pump. 1 minute earlier, I was up about $1,200 on the trade, and now I was watching it increase about $1,000 every second. I decided to sell when my profit hit $22,000. However, after my order was filled, the account showed that I had only made a $17,000 profit. So I immediately called my broker to find out why. At that time, there was a lot of room for human error, and I felt like they cheated me, so I closed my account on the spot. The next day, I discovered a new way to trade without any delay in communication. This brand new method was the electronic market, which is what the E in E-mini and E-mini Wealth stands for. And I've been trading them ever since. Trading wasn't always this easy for me. In fact, it was almost never easy. I was 34 years old when I decided to become a trader, and the fact that I've been doing it for 14 years tells you something, because the vast majority of traders don't make it. It's sad but true, and we all know it. Well, the fact is I was pretty good at it, and I was on a mission to turn my 100 grand into $1 million in no time. At this point, my story is similar to most. I bought everything I could get my hands on, went to expensive seminars, and bought a big fancy computer. Every weekend, I'd go to Barnes & Noble and gather all the trading magazines and look for something, anything else to buy that would help me get to my gazillionaire status quicker. While I was going through this learning curve, I figured out a way to day trade stocks on the side and started doing extremely well. My approach kept producing, so about a month later, I added more money into my account, and shortly thereafter, I thought I'd hit the lottery because I discovered margin. For those of you unfamiliar with margin, it means the broker will lend you 100% of your account value to buy more stock. So overnight, I doubled my day trading buying power, which boosted my profits to around $80,000 per month, which I just couldn't believe. I'd put my trades on without stops, shut the computer off, and ask my wife where we were going for lunch. I never gave the trades another thought until it was time to get out of them right before the market closed. Everything was going great, and I was on my way to making $1 million from something I figured out almost on the side. Well, one day, I lost $83,000. Not letting it deter me, I kept following my incredibly stupid set of rules without using stops. And within a week, I blew through another $200,000 and was now quickly going broke. Why so much money so fast? Because every dollar I lost cost me $2, because I had margined every trade. How could this have happened to me? Somehow, with all my training and experience, I was still lacking the basics to make it as a trader. Frankly, I allowed my greed to take over, and I didn't follow the basic rules of trading. Back then, if someone had knocked on my door selling a software program like ToddIntroemini, I would have paid almost anything for it, because my eyes would have finally been opened to the correct way to manage a trade. We all know the old saying, if I knew then what I know now. The ToddIntroemini software would have forced me to trade properly, showing me where to take profits, but more importantly, where to place my stops, because it literally places the profit target and stop price right on your screen. People ask me all the time if the program is for beginners or experienced traders, and the fact is, it's for both. Okay, let me fast forward for a minute. In 2003, we moved from Boston to Washington State to invest in real estate, renovating and flipping houses. After 2 years, my wife and I had enough of the weather. So one night over dinner, I said, listen, I can trade from anywhere in the world, so why don't we move somewhere we'd like to vacation? So when I'm not trading, we're there. 3 days later, we were in San Carlos, Mexico, right on the Sea of Cortez. We loved it and decided to move there right away. We flew home and got real lucky because we sold our house in 2 days. 30 days later, we were living in Mexico, where I would trade, develop the software, fish, swim, and scuba dive. I also started Todd's Quads, a business renting ATVs and scooters, and I even bought an ice cream franchise. We also managed to buy, sell, or build 7 or 8 properties. When I decided to design the ToddIntroemini software, I spent many weeks hiring the best development team I could find. My senior programmer was the right-hand man for a private broker-dealer that traded a multi-million-dollar personal account. Now, we lived in Mexico for 4 years, while my research and development team was in Arizona, watching every trade live and documenting the signals, so it was relatively convenient for face-to-face meetings. One day, the software hit the milestone my team and I were after. We watched Top9Trader plot its 1,000th trade live, something we all agreed had to happen before it was ready to sell to the public. Once that happened, I knew it was time to move back to the US so I could market the software. It took 2 minutes of research to choose Las Vegas. Once I discovered I could buy houses here for 35% of what they actually cost to build, it was an absolute no-brainer. Most people ignore the advice to buy when everyone is selling and sell when everyone is buying. But that's where the money is made. That's when you get your best deals. Moving on. Up until now, learning to trade has been extremely expensive and time-consuming for almost all of us. Personally, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on indicators, seminars, and other useless junk. As a matter of fact, the guy who taught me once said he'd spent almost $100,000 learning to trade. And that didn't include any money he lost in the process, just the tools to learn how to trade. There is something really wrong with that, don't you think? With our new software, that is about to change. You'll be very excited to see just what our proprietary software can do once you learn about it and use it yourself. I didn't say learn how to use it because there isn't anything to learn. The software automatically calculates and plots the signals right on your computer screen. We designed Top9Trader to be as simple as possible. A red light, green light type of system that doesn't clutter your computer screen with indicators that don't work. When you sign up with charting platforms like TradeStation or eSignal, you're given hundreds of free indicators to use at your disposal. If they worked, do you think they'd be free? I have a computer at home with well over $40,000 worth of indicators and software that I've bought over the years, and I can't remember the last time I turned it on. Imagine having a program that does all of the calculations for you, showing only what is considered to be the most practical, up-to-the-minute trade. Then, in plain English, it clearly plots the exact entry price, profit target, and stop price generated by the Top9Trader algorithm. This is what you get with Top9Trader. Pretty amazing technology and extremely simple to use as well. Now, I'm not talking about one of those trading robots you see every other day in your email. I mean, seriously, do you really think a $200 trading robot is going to work? Most of those guys are getting shut down these days. It seems every other day someone claims they've discovered the holy grail of trading and they'll offer it to the public for just a few $100s. Utter nonsense. Let me be clear, there is no such thing, period. Most people know this. However, they do a terrific job of convincing themselves and ignore common sense. There are so many people looking for something that's real, something they can put to work right away that has a track record and is easy to use. Professional traders and smart money guys rely on their method to tell them what trades they should place and don't let emotion dictate to them. And they stick to their rules, or they're not professionals for very long. To succeed with trading, you need the right tools, and successful investors have access to unique tools. Until now, there were no time-tested, proven, automated approaches. Any that you or I could buy, that is. You simply load Top9Trader onto your charts and turn it on. The program calls trades 5 minutes after the market opens and up to 25 minutes before the market closes. And again, never in a position overnight. When the buy or sell signal appears on your screen with the exact entry price, you just click the mouse to place your order. Set your target or stop bracket, and when you're filled, you can walk away not being glued to the screen. So now, with Top9Trader, on every trade, I know the answer to these 3 questions beforehand. What's my entry price? What's my profit target? What is my stop? Trading with an automated program elevates you to a new level, systematically eliminating the chief cause of fear and greed, which causes second guessing. When you are following a program, you are trading with an enormous amount of confidence, which puts you in the best possible position to succeed. How terrific will it feel to see plotted on your screen the entry price, the profit target, and the stop? All you have to do is click buy or sell. Well, now is a great time to put my money where my mouth is and show you exactly how the Top9Trader software works and how it will look on your screen. So let me show you some actual screenshots of the software and how they appear on your computer. Here's a screenshot that shows the software sitting idle waiting for a trade. You'll notice it reads, "Waiting for next setup." Nothing fancy, just the most important information we all want and need. Here's a screenshot of a long signal. Again, a simple message that reads, "Buy at 7:57." The message has changed from waiting for next setup when we see a trade signaled. Here's what Top9Trader plots on your screen when the market trades to our entry price. It continues to show your entry price, except now we see the rest of the most important prices in trading. Your profit target, in this case 759, and the stop price, in this example 752.7. Now you'll notice the price bars changed from gray to green in this example because it's a long trade. They change from gray to red when we have a short signal. Here is a screenshot of a long signal that has been filled with the profit target reached. Here's a screenshot of a short signal that has been filled with the profit target reached. In this example, you see the Top9Trader message that's plotted when the day is done. It literally plots on your screen, "Done for the day." The next few screenshots are very important because they show us the equity curves for each year going back to 2008. It's important to note that each of these figures represent trading just one contract without compounding profits, and commissions have been deducted. So there you have it, the incredible performance of Top9Trader, and what's even more incredible is how simple it is to use. And by the way, here at eMini Wealth, we have relationships with some of the best charting providers and brokerage firms in the country. Here are some of them. So there you have it, the incredible performance of Top9Trader, and what's even more incredible is how simple it is to use. Let's talk nuts and bolts here. Some of you have systems, indicators, and approaches that you use. You keep telling yourselves, "One of these days, I'm going to get this to work." Or, "I'll finally figure it out and get rich." But statistics show that the odds are against us. Virtually everyone runs out of money or time when they are trading an indicator-based approach, where they must decide if the trade has set up properly. On the other hand, you still have to take responsibility for your trading and stick with your rules, your stops, your targets, your entries, etc. Remember, we want to eliminate the influence of fear and greed. Even with a system, we don't clean up on every trade. Obviously, everyone has a percentage of losing trades, but that's what stop losses are for. The eMini Wealth Top9Trader software shows you exactly what price to enter the trade, exactly what your stop is, and exactly what your profit target is. There is no guessing or second guessing. Living in Las Vegas, I'm constantly reminded that these big, elaborate hotel casinos run on about a 1% house advantage in most cases. Imagine by comparison what kind of advantage you will have using Top9Trader. Now I've borrowed 3 questions from Mary Kay Ash. Is this easy? Can I do it? Does it work? I'm asked these 3 questions every day. The answer is yes. Top9Trader software is easy, you can do it, and it really works. We are all after the same thing when it comes to trading, making money. Let me explain why we are different here at eMini Wealth. First, you don't have to spend months or years learning what our software does. It's ready to use right out of the box. You can avoid that incredibly long, expensive route, period. Quick recap. Remember, Top9Trader eliminates the factors of fear and greed in your trading decisions. It plots the entry price, the profit target, and the stop right on your screen, and all you have to do is click buy or sell. Simple. So you decide, is it easy? Can I do it? Does it work? I've shown you in detail that Top9Trader, in fact, is easy. You can do it, and it really works. Let me show you how to get your very own copy of Top9Trader so you can start right away. First, let me go over the price. After taking into consideration the research and development costs that took almost 5 years to complete and analyzing the marketplace, we initially set our retail price for both modules at $5,795. But the economy being what it is, we decided that most people could use a price break. So we have a readjusted retail price of $3,995 for both modules. Now, even though we have statistics going back to January of 2008, we are just now launching the software and frankly want the exposure, and we're willing to pay you for it handsomely. I understand everyone wants a deal, so I'm giving you one and making the decision to buy Top 9 Trader real easy. This is not a license that expires. It's yours. You own it and you automatically receive any updates. This great deal doesn't stop there. When you order your copy today, you'll also receive the following bonuses: a copy of our money management report with our approach laid out step by step, a video report on how to implement trailing stops with Top 9 Trader, a video showing you step by step exactly how to download the software, and an Excel spreadsheet showing every single Top 9 Trader signal since 2008. Finally, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee as well as email and phone support. Simply provide a statement showing you took the trades, and if you're not happy for any reason, we'll refund your money, no questions asked. Now, since you're our neighbors on this Las Vegas email list, we are offering the software for a 50% price reduction for very little effort on your part. Top 9 Trader retails for $39.95. However, today you have the opportunity to acquire your very own copy for half the retail price and pay just $1997.50. In order to participate in this terrific deal, you must agree to provide a written or video testimonial after having had the Top 9 Trader software for at least 30 days, and provide a picture for our marketing materials. Also, you agree to put a short message on your Facebook and Twitter pages if you have them, along with a mention of our website. To take advantage of this fantastic offer, simply click the link on this page that says, "Yes, I want Top 9 Trader." That will take you to a specially set up PayPal page for this one-time offer. It couldn't be easier. Your software will be emailed within 24 hours so you can begin trading right away. If you don't have an account set up, don't worry. We work directly with one of the best brokerage firms in the country that uses Sierra Chart. Just ask when you place your order. Again, you'll have to log on to a link that I'll post in a second. This link is already set up with PayPal and has today's discounted price. Quick and easy. So order your Top 9 Trader software right now. Just click the link and you'll have your very own copy emailed by tomorrow. Finally, please take a minute and forward this email to your friends and family. Someone is always looking for a fantastic opportunity that you could help as well. Thank you for your time.